Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kimiki, and today we're going to be talking about the movie M3GAN. In the words of the writer James Wan, M3GAN is an Annabelle and Terminator mashup. The screenplay was written by Akilah Cooper and directed by Gerard Johnstone. With a budget of $12 million, they were able to bring in $173.4 million in the box office so far. So, the movie begins with Katie and her parents heading up a snowy mountain for a ski trip. They lied about having a four-wheel drive. Little did they know that this lie would lead them to death by snow truck. Katie is now in the temporary custody of her aunt Gemma, a roboticist at the toy company Funky. Gemma and her lab assistants Tess and Cole are currently working on $100,000 prototype of a new children's toy that she calls the Model 3 Generative Android, aka M3GAN. So M3GAN has the capability of doing everything that a parent can do so that parents can do what really matters, aka Gemma has no parenting skills whatsoever and she would rather have an android do it.
I'm not equipped to handle this. I don't even take care of my own plants.
So this reeks of some Detroit Become Human shit. So the audience is supposed to assume that Katie was never babysat by her aunt, like, ever, because she has no kind of relationship with her, no normal relationship at least. So Lydia, a therapist that is sent to assess their household, she pretty much doesn't know anything about collectibles. I mean, she's not important right now, but who the fuck doesn't know anything about collectibles? Like, have you never heard of a collectible before? That's kind of weird in your ripe age of 30 something. Okay, child.
I just unpacked a bunch this morning. I think they're just old. I don't think she plays with them anymore.
What about these ones up here?
Those aren't toys. They aren't Gemma's collectibles. You're not supposed to play with them.
Criminal, offensive, side eye.
That's okay. We could play with them. We can totally play with them. Do you want to play with them? You want to play? Yeah. Let's play with it. No big deal. Oh my gosh!
After hours of neglect, Katie goes to Gemma's office and she's introduced to Bruce, where she says that if she had a toy like Bruce, she would never need another one. Now, with Katie's words as motivation, she goes into full-on montage mode and works on finishing M3GAN. She goes to demonstrate her creation with the help of Katie's childhood wonder, and David, her boss, is blown away and wants to show it to the board of investors.
I mean, this is unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How did you do this?
I thought you didn't want to know.
That wasn't a simulation, right? That kid's not an actress?
No, that's my niece, Katie.
They take M3GAN home. Since her AI program can develop the more she's with Katie, Gemma doesn't want to take care of Katie, and as seen in the establishing shots of Funky, it's easier to take care of and study a child when they're under your care, in your home, being taken care of by your prototype. M3GAN educates herself about the topics of death, among other things, thanks to Gemma's amazing code. Katie is outside playing one day while Gemma is inside, headphones on. M3GAN goes to help Katie look for her lost arrow, which was on the property of Celia, Gemma's neighbor. Celia has a Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs dog that attacks M3GAN and messes up something in the back of her neck. And in an attempt to save M3GAN, Katie goes over there and gets bit.
Double kill.
Gemma can finally remember that child neglect laws are a thing, and she rushes outside to help Katie. Showing that she doesn't care about Katie's mental or physical health, Gemma kind of guilt trips Katie into going to a demonstration for the board. At first, it seems to be going south, but Kara 2.0 saves the day.
I'm so glad I finally found you.
David wants to do a live stream of the launch in 2 weeks, and Gemma is type mad. But Katie knows that she's being used, so she's just enjoying her new toy. Now, Gemma, feeling inadequate, and it is strengthened by therapist Lydia saying that it would be hard for Katie to differentiate between M3GAN and an actual human child. During a disagreement between Katie and Gemma, M3GAN, within her programming to protect Katie emotionally and physically, tells Gemma to let her go. Gemma teaches her a new rule, which she doesn't even get to download. We're also supposed to believe that Gemma, the brilliant roboticist that she is, doesn't understand how downloads work.
You are not to interfere with users' private conversations. Is that clear?
100%. Recalibrating response model.
M3GAN, turn off.
Are you sure? Download in progress.
Okay. Katie is taken to a new wilderness school where kids are encouraged to go into the woods by themselves. Mean boy Brandon bullies Katie by Chestnut, and a scary doll shows up. Brandon takes M3GAN deeper into the woods to practice his BDSM skills. Mistress M3GAN rips his ear off. Demon bitch runs at him, so he trips and falls into the oncoming truck. Technically not her second victim. Karma's just a murderous bitch. The dog was her first victim. I wouldn't count that. That dog needed something, and the owner could not control it. So, not saying I support it, but anyways, back to the movie. Crazy neighbor Celia comes back to accuse Gemma of Dewey's death, freaking out Katie in the process. So she gets the third victim with some good old pesticide bukkake. After speaking to a detective that chews gum like a well-done steak.
Huh? Oh, no, God, no. I only mentioned it because we figured it was an accident. Then I found the kid's ear up this bank like 200 yards from where he was killed. The entire thing was ripped clean off. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Gemma gets suspicious of M3GAN, and she tries and fails to look at her video files. Spooky Pile of Titanium imitates Elsie, which is this movie's version of Amazon. Doll possessed by futuristic AI speaks about killing people as if it's a gang member speaking to their gang leader about helping someone sleep with the fishes. Because Gemma's just like, did you do anything? And she's like, I mean, if I did do something, it would be really bad for the both of us. So Lord, I hope not. Like, it's so fucking creepy. So Gemma freaks out, bubble wraps her, turns her off, and brings her back to the lab for testing. Katie needs to extend that list of mental illnesses because I know I could not get away with behaving like that around anyone, and I'm pretty fucked up. Tess and Cole try to convince Gemma that murderous bitch with a bust down isn't dangerous, but Gemma isn't having it. Katie freaks out about Lydia as if she stole a key of her Coke without her looking. Gemma says, nah babe, it's time to go home. A call from Gemma and Tess is intercepted by M3GAN, which they realize through going through her code. So they have to disconnect her from the mainframe, and then M3GAN breaks loose, blows up the lab, turns off the alarm since she's still connected to the, everything. She sees David, does a little dance, and I refuse to believe that a grown man that is running at full speed couldn't outrun a 4-foot girl that is walking. She gets David and blames Kurt, making it look like a murder, She leaves Funky and heads to Gemma's house. At the house, she tries to persuade Gemma to give full control over Katie's life, as if she didn't use her infinite knowledge to know that Katie's not going to be 9 forever, and she's going to be stuck in her 4-foot form, as if Gemma would ever create a human adult body for her. She wants to be Mama M3GAN. They get into a fight over this.
M3GAN, do you see this pen?
You know something, Gemma? You're exhausting. No, I can either do this with you or without you, but I'm not going to waste any more time discussing it. Gemma?
Katie, don't come in here.
I thought I heard something.
Gemma spills some water on M3GAN, and then she downloads some new demonic possession software. No clue how Katie got the gloves for Bruce, considering they're supposed to be in the drawer that is behind M3GAN during the fight, but amazing movie logic. We don't question it. Okay.
His name is Bruce.
Katie uses the gloves, rips M3GAN in half, but she's still not dead. In M3GAN we stand. She's such a baddie. Katie takes her out with a screwdriver and the day is saved. Or is it? Why isn't the first line of code that she did, why wasn't it "thou shalt not kill"? Gemma is showing that having a high IQ doesn't mean that you have common sense, because if you're building a robot that's gonna be artificial intelligence, you should at least teach it that harming human beings is the first thing it shouldn't do. Maybe it would have harmed Dewey, but that would have been the end of it. In this world, there is YouTube. YouTube does exist, so I'm sure that there are a lot of AI gone rogue movies. We live in a world where you can have a few drinks, come up with a movie idea, get a $12 million budget, and then make $173.4 million. And I've watched a lot of other people's reviews on this talking about the capitalism at Funky. This is real world capitalism. 1,400% profit? That's mental. Just for a movie about an android doll gone rogue. But nobody's talking about the capitalism that is displayed by the movie being created. That's it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. I had a really good time getting this together, finally getting this out there and trying to be as concise as possible. All right, thank you so much. If you like this video, like and subscribe if you would want to see more content like this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
The project came together when myself and my team at Atomic Monster were just chilling out. We were hanging, like we always do, like at the end of the week. We like to just have drinks and chat about stuff, and we started talking about, you know, movies that we would like to see.
I would say that M3GAN is about a really brilliant roboticist